What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I do hours of research in YouTube University, so you don't have to. Please like, subscribe, share, and use the links below. I want to give credit to the people that I find this information from, and I want you to learn a little bit more and a different perspective than what I give you. And remember, this is for you, so ask questions below. Let me know what you want to learn. I have my ideas, but I want insight from you. And watch out for scammers down below. If it looks weird, it is weird. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is all financial opinion. And today is October 19th, 2021. We are going through something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Now, I have made a lot of gains over the last year, but I've never specifically taken a certain amount of money and made specific trades. So I'm starting a trading series from 1,000 to 10,000. I'm going to break it down in this video, but before we start, I want to go over my strategy and how we're going to do it. All right, so I'm going to invest similar percentages in high, mid, low cap, and degen plays. This is strictly trading on my instinct and from the news and the narratives that I see happening, and my previous experience in trading. My goal is to maximize the gains, not play it safe. I'm going to update videos on trading that day if a target is hit with new news, or if I don't feel like the trade is going my way, and then I'll update it in this trading series. So I'm going for a high risk, high reward mentality. I have a purpose for the money. There's a reason why I want this 10,000. Won't explain it here, but I think it's important that you do that and you have a goal to reach. Again, this is not financial advice. Learn your own risk tolerance. Find out what you're comfortable with, but I do suggest you get into it in one way or another. If you want to paper trade, if you want to follow along with me, if there are different trades that you want to do, make your own Excel spreadsheet. I'll show you what I did, but make your own. If you don't like the trades that I have, then put a different amount of money in, put a different token in, but get going. Now, if you want to put real money in, that's up to you. If you just want to paper trade, put it down and watch it, and then make the trades and see how you do. I think that's an excellent way to start. All right, so let's set the landscape. What's been happening lately? BTC trusting the CEO. So Morgan Stanley CEO James Gorman talked about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency during the bank's third quarter earnings call with analysis Thursday morning. He said, I've said it publicly before, I'll say it again. I don't think crypto's a fad. I don't know what the value of Bitcoin should or shouldn't be, but these things aren't going away. Therefore, you are early. The banks aren't even into this yet. Okay, they're just now starting. So get your butts in there. Start doing something. In-depth BTC chart with bullish push through bull and bear battle. A lot of lines going on here, but this is the overview of the market right now. These are the lines that we have to watch. These lines that you see are either resistance or support. Okay, and that's what charting is for. So if we make it essentially up above 63, and right now we're fluctuating between 61 and 63, this resistance right here, if we break through it with the bullish momentum of the ETFs, although they're only future traded at the moment, if we break past 63 and we close out here, the next is going to be up at 70K. So again, setting landscape, these are my thoughts. This is what I'm thinking. That's what these guys think. This is over at Token Metrics, by the way. They use AI learning, and also Bill Noble and Forrest work with tech analysis for years. Bill Noble's been in traditional markets, so he's got specific insight that a lot of other people don't have. All right, so the season change for ETH explosion. All right, December, March, January, September. Okay, the point is when you have these dips and the grayscale trust, all right, there tends to be an explosion afterwards. So they're questioning, is this just another dip like right here and going to explode back up? Now this is the ETH Grayscale Trust, so it doesn't exactly mimic ETH, but this is a sign of people having trust in Ethereum because they're holding the Ethereum and this is their trust. So that's the chart of there. All right, this is something to take notice of. In the past, Ethereum is mined and it's minted and it's created. That means it's inflationary. But since EIP 1559 came out, they are being burned. And I mentioned this the other day, but you can see this if you go to this website, watchtheburn.com. What they're saying is that over 500,000 ETH have been burned so far, and that's just been within the last few months. Okay, so the point is that ETH is going through a supply shock just like Bitcoin. All right, so they're calling for ETH to go up upwards of 5,000, 7,000. Some people are even calling for 20,000 after the upgrade is coming, but unfortunately, we don't know when that's going to happen. Now, this is Forrest is talking about the trend of Ethereum, and it's been an incredible channel. It goes up, it goes down, and he likes to draw these lines, and he'll trade off of it. Okay, so if it hits the line, he says he's in. As soon as he confirms that it's bouncing off it, he wants to buy back in. But the point is, by January 31st, since it has been following this trend line, the low is at 5,700. The high is at 20,000. Okay, so 5,700 or 20,000. If it continues in this channel and we don't go into some type of some bear run, so it stays in the channel, the minimum that it's going to be is 5,700. And what are we at today? I think it's 38, 37. So you're looking at close to 2x, as they say, in a minimum. All right. So artificial intelligence is saying that it gives suggestions for your portfolios and keeps it very minimalistic with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tokens. But look what it has. It not only does it have Bitcoin, it has wrapped Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin on Ethereum. Then it has Ethereum, Polkadot, and then Uniswap. All right, so this is what the AI is suggesting that you have in your portfolio. Look what it's saying, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. All right, so with that knowledge, I'm going to go into what I have already done. By the way, I just made these trades, and these are the allocations that I've done. Now, I don't expect Bitcoin to go crazy, so I'm not allocating a large amount into Bitcoin. But I do know that it's going to go up. It's almost a sure thing. The same thing with Ethereum. So normally when I think about doing this trading series, I don't even bother with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, they're steady. They are rock solid as far as I'm concerned. But if I'm trying to make money and trade, then I'm not going to allocate a large amount to it. I want to keep it smaller. And this is the opposite of what other people do, by the way. They put a larger amount in here because they think it's a sure thing. And then they put a smaller amount in the lower caps. I'm doing the opposite. Put a small amount here because I think it's a sure thing. And then I'm putting it into others. Oh, by the way, I changed this out. That's actually DOT. I was going to go with Luna, but I went with Polkadot. And that is because November 11th, they are starting their parachain auctions. Now, what does that mean? They have 100 parachains that are trying to get connected to Polkadot. And these are all projects, all tokens. And if you do some research, I'm sure you can find some that if they win, the prices are going to skyrocket. But I'm focusing on DOT because every single one of those 100 parachains needs to have a certain amount of DOT locked in. They call it a crowd fund. So people like you and I will lock up our DOT for the protocol that we think is going to win. And then that protocol gives us tokens. That's how it works. Now, I don't want to get too much into it. The whole point is there are 100 slots. There are 3 or 4 going for every slot. So 3 or 4 of those projects for each of those 100 slots is asking people to lock up their DOT. What does that mean to you? What does that say? To me, it says supply shock. Just like Ethereum, just like Bitcoin, DOT's going to be bought up, which rises the price because If it's taken off the exchanges, that means they don't have as much. That means it's a premium now to buy it because they don't have as much in stock, supply and demand. Okay, and this is happening November 11th. So we've got about 3 weeks. I'm thinking DOT is going to go at least right now. Actually, let me check. See exactly where DOT is. No, we'll get to that one later. Excited about that one. All right, polka dot number 8 on the chart, and it is at $40. Okay, I'm thinking it's going to go at least to 50 or 60. What those percentages are, I don't know, but I have a target price. So the target for me is going to be 15%. No, that's the wrong target price. It's 55. All right. So the next one is actually the next 3 I'm going to talk about. I found from in a specific fashion. So we're going to go over that right now. It's called coingecko.com. Now what this does, and what I've seen over and over again, is you have a test net of a protocol and then the main net launch. Okay, for example, here's Hive. I'm not going to go into the chart for that, but theirs exploded. Theirs went up 100% minimum in the last month. Okay, so what I did was I started looking at the calendar to see what's coming up. All right, and what I found there were a few tokens that had some major events coming up. So BOSON, okay, they have a portal launch, an AMA partnership announcements, and a mainnet launch. Okay, so that means it's in testnet right now. Oh, sorry, down below here they also have a roadmap release, and that's Aave. All right, so the point is that you very rarely see a protocol having so much go on, and when you do see it, you're going to see the price rise. Now this is on the November 14th and 21st respectively for these. All right, so if we were to go back and take a look at the chart, I was actually going to do this yesterday. I did not have time to make this video and go through the process. Okay, I missed out on 10% already. All right, this is in the last 24 hours for Balsam. So if we take a look at the last 30 days, it's been kind of sideways, gone up a little bit, but you see that it's on the rise right now. That's because people are noticing that they have something coming up and they're buying into it, just like I am. So essentially what I'm going to do is, it's the 19th right now, right around the first week of November, I'm probably going to take my profits before anybody else does. Might miss some gains, don't care, want the profit. All right, so that one I put in $100 to. And PKR is the next one. Now I found this one off the CoinMarketCap as well. So PKR, started to look into it, and they have a testnet game launch, and that's happening on November 11th. Okay, so with the testnet, that means that the token is going to start to be used, kind of like DOT, but in a different fashion. People will need the token to play the game. And I didn't get really too excited about it, but I started to look into it. So I went into coingecko, typed in PKR. So notice that it's a really small cap, and it's actually already up 20% in 24 hours. Again, another one I just missed. But look at the market cap. It's only 9 million. 9 million is nothing for these tokens. All right, and it is fairly new, but you can see it already had a bit of a run up. Okay, and I guarantee it's because of this testnet launch. All right, just hitting resistance right now, and I'm expecting this one to 3 or 4x. We'll see what happens here. But if you go, see if you went up here and clicked right into the website, poker.game, look what it is. It's NFTs with actually really nice quality. Okay, so let me take a look through here. Okay, and what's on the roadmap? Okay, so they've actually been around a while. All right, and very rarely do you see them going for patents, which I liked about this. All right, so we're in Q3 2021. Look at all that's going on. Akon celebrity endorsement. Got it listed on an exchange. It's on Polygon, which I love. I can get it right over there. Chainlink is integrating with them. And then they're going to be having staking as well. All right. We got the game release coming up. Or sorry, that was Q3. We're in Q4 right now. That's everything that just happened. All right. So they got the test net. They're going to have another central exchange, which means that could give it a boost, which means essentially it's listed there. They're going to, people are going to buy more of the tokens to play the game. And then the mainnet NFT game release. This is what I'm looking for. They're going into testnet, but they have the mainnet game release coming up right now. Okay, so super excited about this one. Love the fact that it's NFT based and that they have a game that's going to have utility for it. All right, heading back to the one that I'm most excited about, and I'll show you why. It's called Clima DAO, and the token symbol is actually just Clima. So let me take this out. So they're much like Ohm, and Ohm has been touted by Mark Cuban as a place to stake your tokens and get over 7,000% APY. Not APR, APY. So it's essentially reinvesting into itself. Clima DAO is a fork of Ohm on Polygon. The only reason I didn't get into Ohm on Ethereum is the Ethereum fees are so high that in order for me to get in, it would cost $300 plus. And it's going to be the same to get it out. So not really worth the APRs. But this is on Polygon, which costs cents to do a transaction. So I put in 400 out of the 1,000. Okay, so 100 in Bitcoin, 100 ETH, 200 in DOT, 100 Boston, 100 in Poker. And then I'm doing 400 in Climate, and this is why. Ohm has been really successful, but MakerDAO just recently came out and said that they had an issue with essentially there's only one person that has the key. It's not decentralized yet. All right, so they've been kind of tanking. I think what's happened is people are moving their money over here, and that's why Climate has been pumping. But look at this, guys. The ROI, 5-day rate, is 9.7%. That means that you're going to make 9.7% in just 1 week. Okay, so let's round that off to 10%. Have $400 in there already. I already staked it. Actually, did I? Yeah, I already did it. All right, so there's 10%. That's $40 a week. Okay, so the APY is 91,209. Okay, let's go take a look at it and see what's happening on the chart here. Clima DAO. 17%. Again, just missed it. If I would have done this yesterday, I would be up 20% already. Whatever. All right, so the market cap is not even there. What does that mean? That means it's so low. Okay. The total supply is only 250,000. Most of these tokens have millions, billions. Like Cardano 88 has like 2 billion. Okay, there are only 21 million Bitcoin that are ever going to be up. The total supply here is 250,000. Okay, so if Bitcoin is at 50,000. It's got 21 million supply. This only has 250,000 supply. Imagine what this price can get up to, right? Okay, so bringing it down to the chart, max, see if nothing shows up, that means it's a newer project, hasn't been out that long. 90 days, okay. So it started out at 12, and now it is around 19 right now. Okay, and that was, yep, this just launched. This literally just launched a few days ago. Okay, so we're getting at the absolute bottom here. And from my experience, when you get in at the bottom, that means the price pumps. And one of the great reasons that I want to be in here and be a part of it. Okay, it's on SushiSwap on Polygon. Okay, so you can see why I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to be watching these gains be printed. And it just rolls right over. So whatever money I put in here, whatever amount of tokens I put in there, it just keeps rolling over. And that's why it's an APY. I don't need to take anything out and put it back in. It just rolls right over. It's automatic. Okay. All right, guys, that is everything for today. If you have any questions, leave it below. If you have any suggestions, please also, if you are doing this yourself and you decide to pick different tokens, list them below. You know, obviously it can be more than 5 tokens. I want to keep it simple, and you know, I'm doing other things besides this, but I would like to see what 5 tokens or however many amount that you have, what you're focusing on. But very important, if you're going to do a trading series like this, you have to keep track of it, and you have to have goals, and you have to have your limits. Yet when you hit your limit, you hit your goal, that's when you take your profits. Remember, always pay yourself. Thank you for making it all the way to the end, and I appreciate you. Everybody have a great day.